where do you feel like you're at in your career at this point, and how are you going to get to the next level? Or like, what do you think is the thing that, or like, what do you really want to accomplish as you continue on in your career and everything?
Short-term goals. I always go short-term, long-term. Short-term meaning that, you feel me, you could work on those right now, and it's doable. You know what I'm saying? You could accomplish that. The long-term is the bigger picture. So the short-term is just coming out here, networking. You know what I'm saying? Connecting with certain artists out here. Obviously, this is the first interview that you had me on here. Shit, if you got anything else cracking that I could be involved with, pop out. Just networking, you feel me? But I'm a high and buy type of nigga, so I'm gonna do my thing, boop, bop, and then go to the next location, and I'm just work. I'm moving. That's the short-term goal. Just get out my jurisdiction, come out this way, not only this way, like I told you. I know you said on the last interview, you was like, Texas being a threat. My perspective.
And people tried to make that as if I was saying that we need to go to Texas and fight them. No, and I'm like, nah, it's like a lyrical competition, so music competition. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, you know, sometimes, you know, you got to be more specific because you personally already know how certain platforms or bloggers and shit, they could easily, boop, take your shit and then mix it up. Next thing you know, you're publicized, which you said this and this, and that wasn't happening.
But that kind of blew my mind because the title that those pages put on it, if you actually watch the clip, I say in the clip, like, y'all need to worry about Texas. Y'all need to go to war against Texas, lyrically. Like, I say it in the thing, but then the title on the video does not include that. It makes it sound like I'm encouraging people to form fucking militias and go to Texas to go to war, which I do not condone.
I get what you're saying now that you break it down.
Yeah.
But I still, you feel me, think like, now wouldn't even be the time really to even be doing a lyrical competition. Should be more hand in hand, especially since, you know, Hispanics, period, you feel me? Like, believe it or not, you know, everybody knows, like, we going crazy right now. So it's like, at a time like this, for even people throwing out all the controversy, motherfuckers got to try to get around it and still find their way, you feel me, and make it bigger than what it is. So instead of, like, being competitive with them, I say, just like I said, nigga, I'll go Texas next.
Right.
And I'm not going to go to Texas to do a competitive lyric. I'm going to go down there to work.
Right.
I want to see what's up, what artists is out there that are popping, who I would sound good with, who's with it to work with me, and I want to make music.
Definitely.
And that work.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I see what you're saying, though. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Because I'm an old school hip hop head in the sense I've been listening to shit since the 90s. So when I say that kind of shit, I'm referring to the fact that, like, you know, I feel like LA is in competition with Chicago, Atlanta, New York in terms of like being the most relevant city in hip hop or whatever.
Right, just having that hip hop.
Clearly we're trailing some of the cities that I just named right now, but for sure in the long run, you know, I feel like every different city should kind of be at least somewhat cognizant of that because every different city is like kind of trying to do their best. And but obviously everybody's also like in it for themselves to a certain extent, or in it for their neighborhood or their like crew or group of people or whatever. But, you know, when you look at Texas and LA and Northern California all kind of having like Hispanic artists that are all making noise at the same time, I mean, it's actually like a very positive time. And I feel like this is gonna end up with like some artists really like kind of reaching the next level and like becoming like national superstars. Like we've just seen it coming out of like South America and Mexico and shit as well. And it just feels like for as long as hip hop has had Hispanic people in it, you haven't really seen them necessarily get to the same level that you've seen black artists get to. And I feel like that's probably changing in front of our eyes.
Exactly. And it all goes back to like, even what I was saying, my barrier is just that alone. I'm from Sacramento, I'm from northern part of Cali, you feel me? So that's that box that I got. Other people got their own boxes too. You know what I'm saying? We all got our own boxes that we need to break them barriers, and feel me? And you said certain people are popping up and going viral and really doing numbers and shit like that. So that's how I looked at it too. I was like, okay, I seen the one where they like spent your words up. So I was thinking that you meant that too. I was like, this nigga sound crazy. Like, why would you want to be competitive against another state if you could go over there and actually do more beneficial shit by working with them? So that's what I thought, you feel me? But now I know that what you're saying, I feel it.
Yeah,
but
compete on success.
Yeah.
Not violence
Right,
for
yeah,
sure.
just saying, yeah.
And even like the diss song thing, like that's like less productive than being able to work.
It don't last long. I mean, you feel me? Like, of course, a lot of people made hits and shit with disses and shit. Tupac being one of them, you feel me? Biggie being the other. But at the end of the day, like, those were those ones that actually, you feel me, super popular. There's no really other disses like that, you feel me? Except for the Chicago niggas. Them niggas talk shit all day.
They are crazy. But also when you really look at it, like I was having this conversation with a billionaire black the other day, it's like, how many artists can you look at from Chicago from the last like 13, 14 years and really say like, oh, they're successful. They're like rich from this shit. It's realistically maybe like 5 to 10 dudes who've actually like done well for themselves, and really only a handful of them that are like legendary status.
For sure.
And it's usually like that. But I mean, you know who I have a lot of faith in is that Mexican OT. Me seeing him like going on Joe Rogan and shit, and I'm like, oh fuck, like
He's going crazy.
I'm like, that shit right there is like, to me, like he could kind of be the real breakout Mexican artist over the years.
I feel like, you know what I'm saying, if he's a real nigga, then first and foremost, he's gonna let down that ladder for his people, for most importantly. So that's why I was like, my objective would be real beneficial, because I plan on going out there, seeing what I could wiggle in. Where do I fit in? Where can I make some music with somebody, you feel me, and get tapped in with this, and who knows, you feel me?
And for sure, like you doing a song with an artist like him is like infinitely more beneficial to your career in the long run than you getting into a diss thing with him or whatever. Like that's gonna get you a little attention on the blogs and shit for a week. Yeah, and then it's just gonna be like whatever. Be like, okay. And then it's a bridge that's burnt too, where it's like, oh, like now you're never gonna have anything to do with each other. Yeah. You probably can't be on the same show. They're not gonna book you on the same festival. It's like a whole bunch of bullshit.
Yeah,
Whereas
just keep it player, you feel me, as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? With other artists and shit, like I said, it's all business. They made business moves and did certain shit to get where they at. So I mean, everybody has to do that as an artist. You got to figure it out yourself.